Always remember, your focus determines your reality. Stay close to me, and you'll be safe.
What's up, guys? We're going to chat about the clone reworks, some of Shaak T's farmable node stuff on the fleet node, and we're going to chat a little bit about Jango Fett and his now new faction tag as the Separatist. But more in depth, actually, we're going to chat more about really good fifths actually in the Padme team now with the clones. And the two that I thought that were going to be good ones was Fives and Rex. Those two actually are still what I thought would be good. They were actually really good. So I got some footage of that today and just kind of mixing in the clones with some of the Padme stuff, and then just clones being clones, taking out actually a lower gear Malak team that, to me, sounds pretty promising. And we just, slap in some more clones in the future. That team could really beat Malak. It looks pretty cool, and I guess we can just get into it, guys. All right, so the first one here, guys, that we're going to show you is one with Rex. Sorry, my mic has to be right here to my face because my this mic sucks. I didn't bring my new one. But here, today's this first one is going to be with Rex here. And again, I'm sorry, my whole thing right now was kind of sloppy. I didn't plan on doing any videos when I was gone, but I brought it just in case I could do like a makeshift video. But here we go, guys. So Rex has the fifth here. He is not, awful, but at the same time, he's not, great. I don't think he's as good as R2. Maybe he's as good as Yoda. It's kind of hard to say on that one. But here we go. This is only versus a GMY team. On my climb today, I didn't have a whole lot of times to try to get one versus a trooper or versus an HK with trooper team. And that's pretty standard. And this one, this is with Yoda, so hopefully it's good enough for you guys. I think I have another one that we can show you. I want to show you one of these, and then I want to show you some with Shaak T, and then with also a Fives. And then later on we can go and see just some pure clone teams and see how they do versus JKR and see how they do versus Darth, Rev, and Malak teams. So here we go. It looks pretty good so far. We're going to get a cleanse up. And I really think that this works a lot better with 3PO because getting those extra turns going with the 3 translation stacks and then reducing the cooldowns, that's super, super important in my opinion. I think Rex is a lot similar to how you play with R2 in this team. I didn't have a chance, like I said, to play versus any really like Marauder teams or anything like that. But in this testing, it seemed to be really good. And I really wanted to see how much damage I could do with his new special ability here. That special is pretty nuts. Oh, man. You guys can see here in a little bit. Here it is. We're going to slow it down to 1x. And what do we get here? See, it wasn't like that crazy, but I mean, that's still... To me, I think that's still like around Ahsoka Whirlwind level type of good, versus other guys such as like Darth Revan, HK, Marauder. That does one-shot them almost all the time. But when you're in a Padme team, it's kind of, by that time in the battle, you're almost always going to be just down to Malak anyways, right? You're not going to be needing to have those big hits on anybody else because they're already dead. So this one it was easier. Maybe we can show you some others if I can find them. So yeah, that was really the only one I had that was successful with Rex. The other ones I fought, they were all Marauder teams and it just didn't work out too well in the end. But here, I have Fives here. I'm not going to show you my footage because my footage is awful, but I will show you a buddy of mine, Legitimation Crisis, in my Discord. He's a patron of mine, really cool guy, and guess what, guys? He has a Shaak T and he has a Fives, so it's really cool. There's one little thing I want to say before we go show you guys those ones, is that he actually thinks that you can pull that off without GK in the team, which I think is just fabulous. I think the team, if I were to, have it be ideal, would be Padme, Anakin, both Fives and Rex with Shaak T. I think that team would just be nuts. So let's go show you guys some of those. All right, so this is the one with the Fives and Shaak T with, of course, Padme, Anakin, and GK. And this is only versus a typical team, which I still think is good testing. Mine probably wasn't the best to show you, but I just, like I said, I didn't have like the best footage to show you guys. So here we go. I think here he's trying a little bit different because there's a lot more survivability on this team. A lot of these guys have super just nuts HP protection pools. So I think it was smarter for him to actually go for the healing immunity and the buff immunity on Malak, which actually really does serve a really great purpose here. So now it's Shaak T's turn. and there's going to be some assists. I'm sorry if you guys can hear dog. I can't do anything about that, unfortunately. And we just lost GK there. You guys can see in a little bit, though, how much sustainability this team has. It's actually really nuts, in my opinion. And I don't think you need GK in this at all. I think actually a clone that can eat up that hit from HK so that that clone doesn't die and actually instead Rex dies, that would mean that that guy with the Zeta on Rex or on fives, he would get all of that crazy buffs, stats, HP protection, offense, all that crazy stuff from Rex dying and then having him in place. And that's kind of why I think Rex would be a huge addition to this team without GK in it, actually, which is super surprising to me. And this whole new clones, with adding these 501st guys and reworking them rather, the other guys that were really crucial in this whole team, like Ahsoka and GK, for some reason they're just not as crucial anymore. Once we see these guys, they're just nuts. The clones, and I don't know why. I know we've had other reworks in the past, like a Grievous. That was just like a standalone rework, really. But these clones all together, they are disgusting. I just love them, guys. We're going to show you 2 of these back to back, and then we'll go into one with just basic clones and see how they do. All right, second attempt. Yet again, thank you, Legitimation. This is really cool footage. And guys, I just thought I have even more footage I want to show you. I want to show you guys actually clones versus Jedi Revan, and then I want to show you clones versus a very low tier Malak team. I think the Malak was around year 11ish. I still think it's pretty, easier to, or I mean harder to fight still, and especially now since there's a lot more people second time around that are going to be getting Malak, so I think it's a good showcase. So here we go, same team. I think he is running a little bit faster of a Padme, which I think it's really great all around. For me, it's hard for me to pull off those really great speed sets. For videos, I would be down to do it, and it's really good in my videos, but if outside of my videos, I'm going to just stick with the slow Padme, really. So in this one, another cool thing you can actually pull off here is you don't need to worry about using all your specials with 3PO being there so you can get all these translations. Instead, you're going to be able to just save all your specials and then use the cleanse when you need to use the cleanse, which in this team blows my freaking mind, dude. We can actually just save the big cleanse later on because these guys, their survivability, their HP protection is just through the roof. So here we go. I think this is when we're going to, kill HK. And like I said, I don't think you need GK, and a Legitimation also said you don't need HK. Excuse me, and it just looks really good, guys. I don't know if this rivals like the best top tier team we have in the game right now for Padme, but it definitely looks like it could be. So here we go. Really, like I've always been saying, you don't need to go super high offense on some of these guys because courage deals the big damage. But like I said, it's always nice to have a little bit, just so you can work down Malak later on at the end. But when you guys do lose GK in these ones, you have 3 assists still. You have a 5s one that you can target Anakin with. You have another target assist on Anakin with Shock T, and then you have one with Padme's kick. There's 3 different attacks there, 3 different possibilities of landing the healing immunity, and make sure that you stick it and you don't lose the battle. So in this one, I'm sure we win this one because I'm pretty sure I watched this one. So here we're gonna see some cool buffs here with 5s. 5s might die in a little bit, but guess what? It's all good. Here we go. So nice speed down. Speed down is actually a cool thing here too. He has a super low crit chance, and what that allows for you to do is to land the speed down and not get crit, and not get feared, which is huge. So this is another victory, and I honestly think this is more of a Rex or of a 5s being 5s with its new rework, and less of Shock T adding a huge part to the team. So I really think 5s is actually a lot better of a tank in this team than GK is. As you can see, GK died pretty early in this one, and we just kind of 4v2, 4v3 this one, and we're still able to get the job done, guys. So that was these 2 for the Padme, or the last 3, I guess you could say, with Padme. Now we're going to swap over to some with just pure clones and Shock T versus a JKR team and versus a Darth Revan Malak team. All right, here's the team, guys. This is with Shock T and all the other guys with Cody and as the 5th. And I really do like Cody in this one. His big, huge mass assist really does help, and a lot of the TM manipulation as well. So they did just they just marked Shock T, and we're going to get a nice little dispel there. And here we go. We're going to work down Thrawn. This is not with a GK, I know, but this still goes to show you that it can still do some pretty nice work here, guys. if I did have more battles to show you, if I had more time on my vacation, I would kind of more cherry pick the battles and try to get better battles to show you guys. So here we go. We got fives there. He's got a taunt up, which is one of my favorite parts of this whole thing. And actually later on after this video, guys, if you want to stick around, this video is going to be jam-packed with a bunch of cool videos I hope that you guys will like. We will show you after this what I think and what my boy Nathan from my guild, this is his footage by the way, of what he thinks is actually some of the best ways to mod your clones, just in general, versus some teams like this. I haven't seen anybody beat, with clones at least, any Grievous Gear 13 teams. They have been able to just beat some Gear 12s, but it looks pretty good still. So here we go. Boom. Pause. Or can we pause? Pause. So right there, they marked our, who's that? Echo, I think. Yeah, they marked Echo, and then guess what? With 5's Zeta there, he actually takes the beating instead, and then they gain all of his crazy stats, like his offense, his HP protection, all that good stuff, right? And now they get to do this big, huge damages. So here we go. We're gonna slow it down a little bit. On Jolie, he's gonna use his. I think this is where he uses his second special with his big hit here. So here we go. Can we please show that again? That's just kind of fast. That was nuts, though. Here, let's slow it down a little bit. Let's see. It's harder to slow it down. Oh, okay. I can't slow it down that fast. It was 185,000 plus whatever the crit was. I can't remember, but that's gonna one-shot somebody. Probably not Malak, but it can one-shot pretty much any other tune in the game besides both Kylos. Guys, that is nuts. This is, I think, in my opinion, a very, very strong counter to JKR. Like I said, it's not going to be a super hard counter to the Grievous team, especially if they are Gear 13. And I even heard parts of that not working out too well versus the droids, because for Echo's stun and his dispel, the stuns are not, they're going to be resisted pretty much all the time, especially under that Grievous team with the super high stacks of tenacity from the droid battalions on B1. But this is a really good showcase, I think, versus Jedi Revan. This kind of allows you to save these guys on offense, beat a Jedi Revan team if you see them, or just save them for defense. I think that's what I might do. Save these guys for defense. This is going to be super nuts of a team for defense, I think. And we'll just keep going here, guys. Show you one more versus Malak with the clones. This next one is brought to you by Pahkahhh. I hope I didn't F that up too bad, man. He is from the clone and the Galactic Republic server on Discord, and I will link that in the description below, guys, because you guys, with these reworks with Padme, you gotta check out this server. This server should, in my opinion, be popping off right now. With all these people trying to advise you and trying to help out with the modding and all that sort of stuff, this should be a server you guys should always join, in my opinion, for the foreseeable future with all this cool, awesome content. So check out the server. Go check out Pahkahhh. Hopefully that's your name. I'm sorry if it is. Sorry. Here we go. This is his footage versus Darth Revan Malak's. I can't remember if this is a Gear 11 Malak. So, like I said, I still think this is a good showcase. Gear 12s versus Gear 12s with maybe like one Gear 13 on 5s. Still a good showcase, I think, in my opinion. So, if I can remember right, this is a little bit of a trickier battle, and actually we're using, instead of Cody in this one, we're going to be using Ahsoka. Like I said, like earlier in this video, we don't really need Ahsoka in the Padme team anymore, guys. As sad as that, makes me to say that, I don't think we need her. And what does that make me think? I think we're going to be getting something big down the line with the clones. I think the clone meta will be actually a thing with some other supporting Jedi. Hopefully it's a General Skywalker. Hopefully it's something big like that. I don't know. But here we go. This is even with 3-star Gear 9 freaking Shock T, guys. It works pretty dang well. You cannot pull it off like right there, how we just pretty much just burned through Malak. We cannot do that versus Gear 13s, maybe Gear 12s, but I doubt you can get that off with Gear 13s. But this is still a good showcase, in my opinion. If you guys do happen to see a team like this in your GAs, it works. It really does work. I don't have too much of a strat versus this, but this is just pure footage that I've been wanting to show you guys. All of these are just pure footage. I don't really have a whole strat of how to use them. But I think this is pretty cool. We're going to now go over to how I feel like you guys should mod them. And then we're going to finish up with some Django and Separatist stuff of what I think and what some theory crafting things you guys should be looking out for when we're mentioning Django Fett and the Separatists. All right, so this is Nathan from my guild, and he is, I'd say, in my experience with clones, he knows the stuff pretty much, what I'm trying to say here. So this is how he thinks you should mod these guys based on their new kits. So he says Rex is easy, lots of speed, so he can go first. Get off his TM and tenacity. Give him crit chance triangle and set as well to boost his damage and help with resetting Cody's cooldowns. I think this is more towards his rev encounter and really just in general, really. I don't know how you would mod these guys versus Malak counter because they don't really work too well versus a Gear 13 Malaks in my experience. So next up is Echo. Echo is harder. Strip all CC off him since he doesn't need it. Give him crit damage set and triangle and as much offense as possible. Offense, cross, and arrow. No speed necessary. So mod this guy similar to like a Yoda. Somebody that just wants to be there for the big damage because this guy's going to be assisting a lot. Next up is Fives. He says Fives is weird since his primary purpose is to die and boost stats. Load him up with HP sets and protection with speed secondaries. It may be worth giving him crit chance to help with the Cody cooldowns. He doesn't know yet. I think that's pretty good there for what we know day one of how to remod these guys. Next up is Cody. Cody should have crit damage set and triangle as much crit chance as possible. I got him up to 70%. And then he lastly says here that Shock is just speed and crit chance. Try to make her tanky since she's flimsy at gear 11. And I totally agree with that. I think really by far the hardest one to mod in my opinion because inside the clone team you want Fives to die, unfortunately, right? And trying to mod him in a specific counter like that is really tough in my opinion because you want him to be sticking around for his taunt, right? But when the battle does go south, you kind of want him to be dying or die and then give all the buffs to everybody else in the team. And then quickly, we'll just show you guys some of his stats. This is his Rex, 271. Some other stuff there for the crit chance, 80%. Dang, that's pretty good. Fives, pretty tanky. I'm not sure if this is gear 12 or 13, but it looks pretty dang good. I think this is gear 12. Next up here is Echo. Echo, like I said, just like a bunch of crit chance, crit damage, and offense, or not crit chance, rather. You just want a lot of offense on this guy with crit damage. Cody, you want him to be a lot of crit damage, crit chance heavy, 70%. And then last but not least is Shock T, 93 speed, 260, and some good protection HP for gear 11 at 4-star. So to wrap this up, we're going to go and chat about the Django and what I think you can really theory craft here. This is only in like a mod battle. I couldn't get any battles quick for you guys that are good ones to show, but as you can see here, every single time where there's a separatist leader, boom, he gets his payout immediately. So he starts off the battle with damage immunity. First thing that comes to my mind in theory crafting a team for defense or just really good maybe potential Malak counter is a team with him in there. I'd probably go Grievous as lead. B2, B1, and Magna Guard. Magna Guard would be there for the stealth, and everybody will be stealth in that team besides Django. Django, with him, or with Grievous being the separatist leader, he would be getting his payout immediately. So he would have damage immunity, and he would be stuck out in the middle of everything. That seems effing annoying and really disgusting as well, guys. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm onto something there. I'm not too sure how I would fit him in with Dooku. This is just a bunch of footage, just me showing you guys what he looks like. He does gain all the TM boosts. We'll show like right now. I don't care too much about this one. I'll show you guys some of the other ones here. This one, is this versus? Okay, I just skipped way through it. So this one here, this is with Grievous lead instead, and we'll just skip it a little bit ahead. He is still in here as, not the leadership, but he does gain all the bonuses from Grievous. I just want to double check. I know some things might go wrong here. He does gain some of the TM boosts from the lead, which is cool. And the TM is just really, really nice, I think. If he is separatist, does that mean... I'm totally new about this, guys. I'm just barely looking at all the stuff here. Would that mean if you can you use him as the leadership in this team, and then would he still get the damage immunity? Or does the separatist need to be a different separatist, not him? Because if that's the case, then I can see why that would not work out too well. But I like in his leadership the burning and the burning mechanics of the TM. You can't gain a TM, but that's just me. I think the biggest takeaway from this part of the video with Django is that the theory crafting behind that team I just mentioned with Grievous, both B1 and B2, Magna Guard, and then Django as the fifth, that might be really good and something to look into. I got to ask around in the different servers, but I think this is a really cool thing to add in the game. And yeah, guys, so while this footage is rolling in the background, there's some other stuff I want to chat about before this video is gone. I know this video is going to be lengthy, but I thought I might as well, because there's a big content drop right now, right? I thought with my other videos I have ready to go for the days I'm going to be gone, I want to get this video out there so it kind of is a one big video that you guys can just look at and see. And then I'll try to, when I get back home, I can do some more tests with the clones in this team. But here we go, guys. The last part of this video before I go head off is first and foremost, guys, guess what? It's pretty hype. The Mandalorian is coming out, and it was always, what am I saying? It's always been on the way up coming out, but we got the trailer today. Go check out the trailer. A really cool trailer. I think that's November 12th with Disney Plus. Really, really cool stuff there. What else? We got word, I think, of even more confirmation of Ewan McGregor and the Obi-Wan TV show. Next year, I think around February, early of next year. I'm not sure when that is, but that's pretty cool. And more about in SWGoH. We got Shaak Ti farmable on a fleet node. I did 30 or 300 energy attempts. So what is that? Like 3 different refreshes, 15 battles. I got 2 shards. So classic me with my great RNG. It didn't work out too well today, but that's gonna be my farm for now, guys. And I'm going to just keep on farming up all these carbs and try to hoard. I don't want to put my gear on these clones just yet. I want to see what else we got in the future. Hopefully up next we see some more Jedi, and then we'll finish up with some more better clones, and then boom, a legendary event, and then boom, a hero's journey or something like that. But guys, that's pretty much it for today's video. It was a long one. Hopefully, the quality here is not too crappy, and hopefully you guys are able to watch it without cringing hard at your screen. But this is today's video. I want to thank Nathan from my guild. I want to thank Pahkahhh from the Discord, or not from the, from Discord server, for the GR and the clones. And I also want to thank my Patreon, Legitimation Crisis, for the footage today. All 3 of those guys are awesome guys. And I want to see actually a lot more of just different variations of this team with Padme, and possibly we'll see maybe a different variation of a clone team with Shaak Ti beating up on some Malak. So that would be pretty cool. But that's pretty much it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, I'm going to just put this out here while I can, and then once I get back on Monday, I'll keep with the daily videos. So hopefully you guys enjoy this one. I think the clones and the Clone Wars content is going to be something you guys should all be looking forward to, and it's going to be super, super hype in my opinion. A lot of cool stuff that can be made out of this era in Star Wars. And there's just, like I said, there's a lot, and I'm really, really pumped for it, guys. So that's today's video. This battle here, we just totally lost. Well, I'll just read it up so you guys can see what happened at the end. Malak drains, he drains, and guess what? He drains some more. We lost. But that's it, guys. Like, share, and sub. It really does help my channel grow. Go check out my other videos on Padme and on other parts of SWGoH. Share it around. Go check out Discord. Go check out Patreon. I'll leave the links of all that stuff in the description. And like I said, I'll leave the link to the GR and clone server also in the description. So go check out all that stuff, guys. And that's it from me today, and I'll see you later.